If you're building out a van, one of the biggest decisions you're gonna make is what to do for your toilet. And yeah, we're really making a full video about toilets. Welcome to van life. This is one of those things that seems inconsequential in a van build until you're out on the road, and then it becomes very, very important, very quickly. Today, we're gonna break down 3 of the most common options: dry flush toilets, like the Lavio, and composting toilets like the Trillino. And we'll even touch on a simple portable cassette toilet option from Dometic as well. Before we begin, we should preface, there's no perfect solution or correct choice. Every toilet has its benefits and its drawbacks. We're here to walk you through the available options and help you choose the correct toilet based on how you actually travel. At Off-Highway Van, we don't offer black water tanks, so you never have to deal with the additional plumbing, dumping, and maintenance required for this system. Our toilet choices are simple, self-contained options, and as an added bonus, every option can fit in your van shower, which saves you space and the eyesore of your toilet being in the middle of your van. All right, first up, dry flush toilets, like the Lavio. This is a game changer when it comes to portable toilets and is probably as close as you're gonna get to a traditional toilet experience off-grid. With one press of the button, the dry flush wraps and seals waste in a bag after each use. Think of it like a diaper genie, but for van life. This toilet uses a refillable Mylar cartridge system that is coupled with a fan system, which lets you instantly wrap your waste and the smell with a push of a button. This means there's no chemicals, no smell, no wires, vents, or plumbing to install. The big advantage here is simplicity. There's no mixing, no separating liquids, no learning curve. Anyone can use it. And the smell is a non-issue because everything is sealed instantly. This means no more holes to dig, no directly handling of the waste, and zero maintenance and cleaning. It is by far the simplest and easy option to live with day to day on the road. The trade-offs here are cost and practicality. Each cartridge pack only lasts around 15 to 17 uses, so if you're using your van a lot, especially with a bigger family, that has the potential to add up. This means you'll need to keep buying and storing cartridges, as well as creating a bit more waste than a composting variant. The dry flush system also requires power and is a little bit taller, so it doesn't fit in our hideaway sliding seat box storage, like the other available options do. All right, next you've got the composting toilets, like the Trillino. These are the most off-grid friendly solutions. They separate liquids and solids using a 2-canister system and rely on air drying and carbon-rich cover material to control the smell instead of sealing or flushing. You don't need dedicated disposal stations like a cassette toilet requires. It's not glamorous or tech-forward, but it works well for specific use cases. The big advantage to a composting toilet is long-term cost and reduced waste. Once you have it, you're not paying per use, which is great if you're traveling a lot. The trade-off is it's more hands-on. You'll be emptying liquids regularly, managing the solids, and there's a bit more of a learning curve. It's not quite as intuitive for guests or kids, and it does require a seated position to control the smell and properly segment your liquids and solids. But if you're okay with that, it's a really solid long-term solution, and it also fits easily into small spaces like a shower or our slide out. And finally, you've got a simple cassette toilets like the Dometic. These are affordable and straightforward and work well for occasional or backup use. But most people don't want to rely on them full time since you're dealing with chemicals and a more traditional tank setup. These toilets come with a tank that is removable and works much like a standard black water RV tank. Simply do your business, pump the flush mechanism, allow the water in the bowl to send the waste into the cassette tank. The benefits of this system are mostly in the simplicity and portability category. There are no cartridges, no separators, and it does not require power. The drawback, however, to this toilet system are mostly in the ways these toilets handle waste and how you are required to handle it after. These toilets typically have very low capacity, require frequent emptying, and do require harsh chemicals to function properly. Disposal of this waste is not as simple as a dry flush or composting and requires designated disposal areas. It also requires that you have to clean your waste tanks directly rather than using a cartridge system. For most people, it comes down to this. If you want the easiest, most familiar toilet experience, go with dry flush. If you want the lowest long-term costs and don't mind being a bit more hands-on, composting is the way to go. And if it's just for the occasional use, a simple cassette toilet works fine. After extensive testing and years of customer feedback, our experts consistently choose dry flush toilets over traditional cassette and composting options. Designed for simplicity and reliability, the dry flush system eliminates the complexity of liquids, hoses, and maintenance-heavy components. Each use is cleanly sealed, delivering unmatched odor control without the need for chemicals or ventilation systems that can be overcomplicated in an off-grid build. The result is a solution that feels more refined, more intuitive, and far better suited for life on the road. At the end of the day, it's not about what's best overall, it's about what's best for how you actually use your van. Because when you're out there, the last thing you want to be concerned about is the right toilet for your van. One thing to note, at Off-Highway Van, we're good with any of these solutions. We're happy to purchase it for you and implement that into your system upon delivery, or down the road you can buy any of these that you like. We're happy to hop on and consult further. We cannot wait for you to have an amazing experience in your van. For more insights, in-depth reviews, and expertly crafted build overviews, follow along as we continue to explore what's possible in a truly refined off-grid experience. Thanks for watching.